What's up, Timothy generation? We are happy to have you around for today's media highlight. Today's media highlight, we are going to have a look at some 5 heroes of faith. This is inspired from our book of the month, Rising with Jesus. With steady beats developed through intimacy and closeness with God, these are persons whose lives have served as a template for us to mold our Christian lives around. Let's have a look at them.
Heroes of faith in the Bible were people who rose early in the morning to pray, and Moses was one of those. He exhibited a great deal of obedience as he did whatever the Lord had commanded him. In the book of Exodus 24 verse 4, Moses climbed up to the mountain early in the morning to receive laws as instructed by God. His life reveals that morning watch is a very important period to receive instruction from God, to take supremacy in our lives.
Let's consider the life of Elijah. He spent a lot of quality time in God's presence, praying earnestly and humbly. By reason of his constant supplication, he received power and unction to function, including calling forth fire to earth, as seen in 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 37 and 38, in a contest of power with the prophets of Baal. He published the miraculous works of God all over the land of Israel. We can learn from his life that power and authority is released when one continuously seeks the face of God.
Let's look at another early rising prayerful person, King Jehoshaphat. Taking a life lesson from him, we need to always seek the direct will of God in every situation we find ourselves in. When Jehoshaphat was encountered with battle by the children of Moab and Ammonites, he sought the face of God through prayers and fasting, and by morning a prophetic direction came. In times of crisis, we need to seek the face of God, okay, so that we can hear him and take appropriate steps for victory.
Of suffering, and Job comes to mind. Job serves as a benchmark in defining humility and devotion to God. Despite all the great wealth he had amassed, he still had great reverence for God. He abhorred all that was evil, and most of all, communed with God early in the morning. His life teaches us that no matter the wealth and status we acquire in life, we should always place God in our hearts.
And who can forget about the man after God's own heart, David? He was also one of the men who received several revelations from God, including the very cathartic and spiritually purging prayer, Psalm 23. Because he was a man of worship and early prayer, he received strength from God to triumph over every battle. He also received strategy, directions from God when he had to chase after the Amalekites. But you don't need to change your name to David to receive strength, direction, and strategy from God. No, sir. All you need to do is pray and seek God's face in every situation, even the ones you consider trivial.
Gracias, danke, merci. Thank you for sticking around throughout our month of intimacy. Do all to grab a copy of the book of the month, Rising with Jesus. However, we want to know your views, your comments and suggestions regarding our video media highlights. A Google copy will be sent around so we could solicit your views. Do all to complete them. Thank you very much.